I'm Jared Northway with Cardinal Scale Manufacturing. Having been in the truck scale distribution industry prior to coming on board with Cardinal, my experience gives me perspective and understanding of some of the most common objections scale salesmen face. For customers who are budget-minded, generally, the most common objection is product cost. This is especially true when you're selling up a customer to a more expensive, better quality item. By my estimation, the difference between the traditional upsell and the idea of selling up is not simply to convince your customer to purchase more expensive items or add-ons in an attempt to make a more profitable sale. Rather, selling up is more about providing a solution to your customer. With many of your customers, there are years of trust that were hard-earned. If you attempt to upsell your customer to make an extra buck, they may recognize this and push back. However, if you truly believe you are providing your customer a solution to past, current, and future problems, that's selling up, and your customer will recognize this. As scalemen, we are their solution providers. Today, I'd like to discuss a great selling up opportunity for your company and a scale that your customer will appreciate for years to come, because it's a boring scale. Yes, I said it's a boring scale. A boring scale is the best kind of scale since there's no unnecessary excitement surrounding it. No constant breakdowns, no late night service calls after every thunderstorm, no unnecessary downtime to affect your customer's business. This is not about upselling for a few extra bucks. This is selling up your customer on the value and benefits of a specific product line and how this solution will save them time, money, and headaches. And that product is our Armor Truck Scale with Guardian hydraulic load cells. Cardinal Scale is the leader in hydraulic weighing applications. Any customer in lightning or flood-prone areas will especially benefit from the Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale. Since lightning and water damage are the two most common problems with truck scales, these will traditionally cost your customers the most amount of money and cause the biggest headache if they install a traditional analog truck scale. Cardinal Scale Manufacturing's heavy-duty armor truck scale with Guardian hydraulic load cells are available with a concrete or steel weigh bridge and can be installed as a low-profile or pit-type scale. The Armor Guardian will fit the bill for any industry, whether that industry faces lightning, flooding, flammable materials, grain dust, chemicals, corrosive products, shock loading, or climactic extremes. The Armor Guardian offers unmatched protection in all these environments. And this is due to the SST stainless steel hydraulic load cell, which is the heart of the Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale. By using hydraulic fluid for the weighment, there are no wires going to the cell, which means no electrical current, which means no explosion risk. There are no strain gauges to be damaged by power surge, water, or shock loading. We are so confident in the SST stainless steel hydraulic load cell that we carry a true lifetime warranty that is not prorated over time. This is very unique to the scale industry. Cardinal Scale manufactures our stainless steel IP68 rated Guardian hydraulic load cells from the highest quality components. They are manufactured in-house, ensuring quality standards much higher than load cells brought in from international sources. Being equipped with proprietary grades of aircraft hydraulic fluid, the Guardian load cell will always work in the hottest of hot and the coldest of cold. From -60 degrees Celsius to Death Valley, Guardian load cells can operate in the most extreme weather conditions. Our standard steel deck armor truck scales, as seen here, use 12-14 pound per foot I-beams with tight 7.5-inch concentration to minimize unsupported deck plates. This ensures that vehicle tires are always directly supported by at least one I-beam. Our standard concrete deck armor truck scales feature our exclusive Conlock forward placed deck. The Conlock deck features exclusive flow-through design that requires no rebar to be installed prior to pouring the deck. This saves time and money. With many sizes, widths, and options available, the Armor Truck Scale line will be a natural fit for any industry you serve. If your customer requires a pit-type installation, another benefit to mention to them is the SST hydraulic load cell's immunity to water. As we all know, pit installs are notorious for flooding. A broken sump pump and a solid day of rain can spell disaster for analog truck scales. Remind your customer that even if their pit fills to the top, the Armor Guardian won't stop. Now I'd like to speak about some of these industries and how the Armor Guardian is a perfect fit and how to explain the benefits to the customer. Whether the customer is a quarry, chemical plant, river terminal, grain handling facility, or a transfer station. All of these have unique sets of problems that we can solve with the Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale. In a quarry environment, lightning is a common occurrence. With the Armor Guardian, the scale is isolated from the electronics at the scale house and vice versa. Even if the scale takes a direct hit, there will be no damage done to the scale itself, nor will transient electricity travel from the scale to the scale house. Chemical plants are very corrosive and often explosive environments. The SST stainless steel hydraulic load cell resists corrosion better than any mild steel load cell competitors may use. And with no electrical currents in the load cells, there's no risk of explosions due to spark. At a river terminal, flooding is an ever-present danger. With the Armor Guardian's immunity to water, even if the scale is submerged for an extended period of time, your customer can rest assured that once the flooding subsides, their scale will run without pause. Grain handling facilities are often explosive environments. As previously stated, this is not an issue with the Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale. Another problem a grain facility scale often runs into is damage by rodents. The Armor Guardian utilizes copper tubing for the hydraulic lines as opposed to traditional load cell cable on analog load cells. Even the hungriest of vermin can't chew through copper tubing. Transfer stations are often corrosive environments with rodents as well, not to mention the regular shock loading of the truck scales that are there. The Armor Guardian will stand up to the harshest shock loading as the SST hydraulic load cells act somewhat as a shock absorber with no possibility of damaging a strain gauge as with traditional analog cells. Or even at a lumber yard, as I'm at today. In this environment, trucks are regularly incredibly overloaded, but there's still no match for the robust Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale. The total isolation of the weighbridge from transient electricity happens here. This is our Guardian hydraulic Totalizer cabinet. This is where the magic happens. The pressure transducers are housed here, where they are fluidly coupled via these lines that are non-conductive to their SST hydraulic load cell counterparts. The pressure signal is converted into an electrical signal, which is sent to the scale's digital weight indicator at the scale house. This is where the Armor Guardian's total isolation from power surges and lightning is guaranteed. The Totalizer cabinet can be positioned up to 20 feet away from the scale, giving your customer options on cabinet placement. Now, let's talk numbers. Your customer will certainly be interested because at first glance, they may protest the higher cost of an Armor Guardian. For example, the difference between a 70-foot concrete Armor Digital and a 70-foot concrete Armor Guardian is about $14,000. It's our job to explain why. A great qualifying question for the Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale is to ask the customer about their previous experiences with truck scale. If your customer has ever owned or used a truck scale, they undoubtedly know what a headache downtime due to the loss of a load cell can be. Whether a grain elevator during harvest or a quarry with the scale down, anyone who has ever worked with a truck scale knows what it's like to lose a load cell or junction box. This downtime can be incredibly costly. Ask your customer to review past maintenance, replacement cell, and downtime costs. Downtime can reach into the tens of thousands of dollars, and this is a point that needs to be made. If for some reason their scale went down for a couple of days, ask them how much they could stand to lose. Let's not forget, this is their cash register. By helping them understand the value and benefit of never having to pay for a load cell again, and the unmatched dependability of the SST hydraulic load cell, you may be surprised if they start showing more interest. Couple this with the robust design of the Armor truck scale line, and you've got a truly set it and forget it truck scale. I would venture to guess that once they start reviewing past invoicing, the initial cost objection, it'll soften a bit. You can always give your customer an example. Regular weather-related damage and environmental conditions can often lead to having to replace one load cell per year. If your customer expects 25 years of use from their truck scale, this could easily be $50,000, as replacing a single load cell can cost around $2,000. Even if they were to lose half as many over the life of the scale, that $14,000 initial investment starts to look a whole lot better. Or how about another example? If there were a catastrophic hit on an analog truck scale, the total cost for load cell replacement could be $15,000 to $20,000. These numbers are based on 8 load cells, 2 technicians, and 32 hours of labor to get the scale repaired, recalibrated, and back into service. Of course, this is a worst-case scenario, but it certainly has happened to some very unlucky soul. If the initial cost was the customer's first objection, hopefully what I've shared with you will help paint them a picture of the benefits of the Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale. An unmatched true lifetime warranty on the SST load cell, and a scale that is truly immune to water and lightning damage doesn't sell itself. That's our job. Be sure to remind your customer that when buying an Armor Guardian hydraulic truck scale, they're truly guarding their investment. For more information on the content of this contact your regional sales manager or call us at 1-800-441-4237. Or you can also check us out on the web at cardinalscale.com. Thank you for watching and happy selling.